Hi everyone, I'm the Whiskey Enthusiast. Welcome back to my channel. On this episode of the OWS Obscure Whiskey Wednesdays, we have an English whiskey grain spirit. It's oat whiskey from the Circumstantial or Circumstance Distillery, Circumstantial oat. I'll show you the, I don't know what this is, like a paper thing. I like the color. This is the bottle. Vin from No Nonsense Whiskey. Vin put these guys on my radar. I didn't know anything about them. They're from Bristol, a beautiful city. My sister was living there for a while and we visited her. It was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. The food scene, the nightlife, the city itself, the way it looks, so close to Bath as well, which is also a beautiful place. A bit hilly, so if you don't like walking uphill, not for you, but a pretty city nonetheless. Now, I'll just tell you a little bit about the whiskey. It's oat. It says distilled in the UK by Circumstance Distillery in Bristol. Every batch of Circumstantial bears a unique reference code that details each step of production. To learn exactly how this spirit was made, head to circumstance.com. This is bottle 208 of 394. It's like really small. Oats, staves and leaves. Apparently we're supposed to get white pepper and lemon chocolate on the nose, oily and sweet, notes of toasted granola with bitter orange marmalade, and a finish with fresh cut hay. 46.8% ABV. It has no information about chill filtering or added color. I don't think they add color. Right, they're talking about this number, and I'll read it to you. I prepared something. So the first number is talking about the batch. So it could be anything. It's talking about the batch. So this is batch number 1. The second number is a code for the fermentation. So this, on the website, it goes down to this menu. So you go down to 21 under the fermentation. And apparently it's a combination of 2 different fermentation options. One of them is 70% oats, malted oats. And that's 5 parts of 70% malted oats. And 1 part of 100% malted barley. And the malted barley has French Saison and distiller's yeast, and it's fermented for at least 13 days. And the 5 parts of it, which is 70% malted oat and 30% malted barley, is fermented for minimum 11 days, and it's mead yeast and distiller's yeast. Okay. Third number, which is 1 on this one, is the distillation. So distillation is done by stainless steel pot still with copper head and 4-plate copper column. They don't have copper pot stills there. They have different kinds of stills, which is like hybrid stills. I put some photos out up there so you can see. It's really interesting. The 4th number is the maturation. So this is 1 as well. And on the menu it says charred British oak spindle and first fill ex-bourbon. I think when they say charred British oak spindle, so there's British oak and they have spindles, which is like little staves, smaller staves. They char it and then they dip it in the first filled bourbon cask that this spirit is maturing in. We've seen it in Maker's Mark 46. They put like some burnt French staves or something. Not allowed in Scottish whiskey, but allowed, I suppose, in English and American. And the 5th number is the length of maturation, which is 50 in months. So 50 months, which is kind of equivalent to a little bit over than 4 years. Right, so let's get on with oat whiskey. So this is like 70% oat and 30% malted barley. Maybe a little bit more malted barley, but yeah. Let's have a go. It's a very interesting nose. It's very candy cane. Herbal, extremely herbal. A lot of eucalyptus, a lot of mint. Oh, mint oil. Ginger oil, it's very bitey. Peppery but sweet. Ooh, you know those fisherman's friend, lozenges or pastilles or something that or mints. Yeah, I'll put the photo there. It's like, I used to have them as kids because my aunt used to bring them from UK. and you would put one in and you would breathe from your every pore. It's one of those. I could use one right now. We're having a heat wave. I am sweating. So yeah, beautiful for you guys. Yes, very bitey, herbal, and with underlying tones of sweetness. But the alcohol bite is not alcohol bite, it's something else. Okay, on the palate. Wow. Palate is peppery. The herbal notes continue. That fisherman's friend lozenges continue. It's like cough pastils, eucalyptus, mint. Finish is creamy and rounded. But it's mostly peppery, herbal, fresh, and bitter. And on the nose, it's very fresh. A lot of lemon zest, a lot of ginger, a lot of orange zest, orange peel oil, a lot of herbal notes. What does it say? White pepper and lemon chocolate on the nose. Lemon chocolate. White pepper, yeah, sure, I can get it. Lemon zest, sure, but chocolate, maybe white chocolate. It's a bit one level, you know, there's not a lot going on. Oh, it's oily, all right, on the second round. It says oily and sweet. Sweetness comes on the back end. It's a bit sickly sweet. It's one of those sweeteners. It is oily, all right. Notes of toasted granola. No, I don't. Huh. On the finish maybe, like burnt oats, some barley notes maybe, with bitter orange marmalade. I get that. Yeah, it's bitter. It is orangey. And a finish with fresh cut hay. Fresh cut hay. I suppose that herbal note, that green note. It is a very green whiskey, but it's malted oats, not unmalted oats. So should it be as green, or I don't know. I've never had oat whiskey before. Do I like it? It's all right. I don't hate it. It's an interesting whiskey. It's definitely an experiment to try oat whiskey. And they're so well priced. This is 70 cl bottle with good ABV. And if you want to try like oat whiskey, go to these guys, or they do other stuff as well. And I think they're all around like 30, 35 pounds. So, you know, for a 4-year-old whiskey at this ABV with some cool labels and interesting distillation, yeah, I mean, it's nothing like your classic whiskeys. It's completely different. It's more European than any English or Scottish whiskey I had. But it could be because of the oat, it could be because of the different stills. But here we go. I mean, this is it. I think, I don't know if this was informational for you at all. There's not much to pick from, but it certainly is an interesting experiment to try this kind of whiskey. You know, if I had the chance, I would love to try the Corsair's quinoa whiskey. I love trying these kinds of new things. More often than not, they turn out to be sub-average. This is average. I'm going to recommend 2 Glencairns on any Circumstance Distillery whiskey, because they do a lot of stuff and it's so small batch. I can't recommend this. It'll go, but it was interesting to try oat whiskey. So guys, that's it from me. If you enjoyed this review, please hit that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. It does mean a lot to me. And let me know, have you tried this one, the oat whiskey? Have you tried any oat whiskey? I don't know if there's any out there. Or have you tried anything from Circumstance Distillery? And if you want to see me, do more of these reviews, you can also join my channel and buy me a small dram. If not, like, share, subscribes, all help a lot. So thank you for watching, and I shall see you on the next one. Cheers.